She says she's not materialistic, but she just left the guy who paid her rent for the one who only gave her clarity. Strange, right? What if I told you there's one behavior, one internal shift, that makes you absolutely irresistible to the feminine psyche? And no, it's not your car, not your watch, not your six-pack or six figures. It's not even charm. It's something deeper, something older than language, something wired into her biology, a psychological magnetism that makes her feel like she just has to be near you, even if it doesn't make sense to her. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 7 psychological triggers rooted in emotional depth and stoic power that will make her desire you instantly. No tricks, no flexing, and not a single dollar required. We'll crack open the emotional blueprint women don't even realize they're operating from. And stick around, because number 6, it's the one thing every man misses, and it's the exact reason she keeps chasing emotionally unavailable, toxic guys, while ghosting the ones who treat her right. Ready? Let's begin. Picture this. She's overwhelmed. Life's hitting her hard. She's spiraling in emotions, texting you at midnight in full panic mode. You don't match the chaos. You don't overreact. You don't flood her with solutions or beg for context. You send 5 simple words. Breathe. I'm not going anywhere. That moment, right there, creates something powerful in her subconscious. Women live in an emotional landscape. They navigate the world through feelings first, logic second. It's not weakness, it's instinct, it's nature. When a man brings calm energy into her storm, something primal happens. Her nervous system relaxes, her heart rate slows. She feels safe. And when a woman feels safe, she opens up, not just emotionally, but physically, psychologically, and spiritually. Here's the Stoic truth. The less you react, the more she attaches. The man who doesn't flinch when she's emotional, that's the man she trusts to lead. So ask yourself this honestly. Are you the storm or the sanctuary? Are you the chaos or the calm? Or are you the guy who freaks out when she says, "We need to talk"? Spoiler, don't be that guy. We'll come back to this later, because this emotional anchor is what ties everything else together. But first, let's flip the script on what most guys are doing wrong from the start. Let me give it to you straight. Every guy tells her she's beautiful. Every single one. You think you're impressing her when you say, "You're so hot," or "You look amazing tonight." But here's the truth. She's used to it. She hears it from guys in her DMs, from co-workers, from randoms in public. But almost no one says, "You seem like someone who's deeply curious about life." Or, "You strike me as someone who really thinks about things deeply." Boom. You didn't hit her looks. You hit her soul. Why does this work? Because beauty is surface level. It fades. It's temporary. But being seen for her inner world, that's unforgettable. You instantly stand out. You become the man who isn't just interested in her body. You're interested in her being, her ideas, her inner voice, her uniqueness. And that's terrifyingly attractive to her feminine core, complementing her depth instead of her appearance. That's like bringing a book to a beach party. Unexpected, bold, but trust me, she'll never forget it. Up next, let's talk about the trait that melts her emotional walls. And no, it's not being alpha. There's something magnetic about a man who's hard to access, yet fully present when he shows up. Here's the paradox. If she always has your time, she'll never value it. But if your time is earned, and you show up with presence, focus, and depth, she'll crave it like oxygen. Most men give too much too soon. They text instantly. They overshare. They chase. They hope attention equals affection. But the Stoic path? It's different. You move with intention. You're not cold. You're just selective. You don't flood her with effort. You don't rush to fill silence. Instead, you let your presence speak. Your time becomes sacred. And when you give it, it means something. Now here's where it gets tricky. What happens when she tests you? That sarcastic jab, that delayed reply, that weird emotional shift. You feel it coming, and most guys panic. But understand this. She's not testing you to destroy you. She's testing you to feel you. She wants to know, can this man handle me at my worst? Can I trust his emotional strength? Is he rooted or reactive? Because women crave emotional strength. And when you stay centered, when you don't beg, chase, or explain yourself to death, she feels your grounding. That's rare. That's attractive. That's the kind of man she dreams about, even if she can't articulate it. So no, failing the test doesn't land you in detention, but it might get you ghosted. Coming up next, the most subtle move that makes you stick in her mind, without doing anything loud or flashy. In a world of constant noise, you become her quiet obsession. It starts with this. You don't chase. You disappear, strategically. You create just enough space to make her wonder. Then you reappear, unexpectedly, but with presence, value, and intention. Not, hey, you up? But just thought about that thing you said last week. You were right. Suddenly, you're not a guy she talks to. You're a pattern interrupt in her routine. You've become her favorite uncertainty. And that uncertainty, that's the spark of desire. Why does this work? Because women don't want predictability. They want emotional rhythm. When she can't predict you, she can't replace you. Now let's go even deeper. How do you keep her desire alive? Without manipulation or mind games. Simple. You guard your emotional world. You don't spill your soul because she asks. She must earn access to your inner space. Not because you're punishing her, but because your peace matters. This is the ultimate Stoic mindset. You don't need her. You choose her, consciously, deliberately. You invite her into a space of maturity, not performance, and that's where real connection begins. She'll want you not because you have money, not because you flash your life online, but because you've built a presence that money can't buy. You've done the inner work. You've become the sanctuary. You're the storm's calm. Now ask yourself, are you going to keep playing the game that boys play? The game of chasing, proving, pleasing? Or will you step into the power of a man who leads emotionally, lives stoically, and loves with discipline? If this message lit a fire in you, hit that subscribe button, drop a comment with your thoughts, and share this with a brother who's still chasing, still confused, still stuck in the loop. Because the world doesn't need more nice guys. It needs more grounded men. Men who stand still when she spins out. Men who speak with few words, but massive weight. Men who don't get chosen, but get remembered. Until next time, protect your peace, lead with presence, stay untouchable,